Well, hello everyone. I had the YouTube running in the background. Well, hello! Here we are. It's good to see everybody. So hopefully I'm coming across loud and clear and everybody can hear everything. So just to test everything again. I'm assuming that everyone can hear this. Now we are live. So, we got lots to talk about. We've got lots and lots of different things to give away today, which is a good thing. So, be excited for that. More about that later, however. I am really happy to see everyone. So, it's been a long time since I've seen a lot of you. So, welcome everyone to HoriZEN stream of 2.6. So yes, we've grown up a little bit. Myself and Lyndon and Traction, we've all kind of grown some wings. So, you know, and the things are just getting started, let's say. So I'll be going over lots of things with the, oops, a daisy. I'll be going over lots of things today with the 2.6 release. And of course, the good thing in the room is expansions as well. So I'm assuming that everyone's heard about those so far. So we're now on point of, you know, doing all of those. So there's lots of things to come from us yet. So there's lots of other updates we're doing in the background. It's all free for you guys, of course, so it's not a problem. We're adding always adding lots of sort of quality of life things and improvements along the way and bits and pieces. So firstly, before I go any further, I just want to thank everybody for all the amazing feedback that we've had so far. It's been awesome. Honestly, people are just amazing people. And, you know, without you, obviously, we're a small developing company where there's two of us essentially. And it's so hard to kind of develop what we got to do. And so with you guys on our back, it's just brilliant. Thanks very much for all the subscribers that have come in the chat. So really, honestly, we appreciate it so much. So kudos to you. So our way of thanking everybody is to give lots of stuff away, which we will do later, but more on that later on. That's where you all come in, you see, looking at everyone. So I want to just, by the way, before I go any further, who has currently own HoriZEN? So, or I should say, who are the people that don't have HoriZEN in the chat today? That's what I want to know. Because if you have HoriZEN, then the giveaway will be different. Okay, right, my eyesight's not as good as it used to be, and I'm looking at, I've got 3 screens here, so I'm trying to read chat at the same time. So motion status doesn't have HoriZEN, nor does Parsec video. So, hello Nelson, how you doing? And hello David White, and hello to everybody. Mick doesn't have either. So, Green M doesn't have either. Okay, and nor does Gigi. So, what a cool name, GG Studios. I love that name. Just putting that out there. That's an awesome name. Nor does Sally T. Okay, a lot of people don't have HoriZEN then. So, well, let's change your mind, I think. So, you know, I think, oh, Lyndon's here. Yes, my partner in crime. So he is here to support. So good to see you, Lyndon. So he can answer any questions that I don't know because he's the techie one and I'm just the sound guy. So, you know, together we make a great team. So lots of people don't have HoriZEN by the looks of it. I'm not going to read everyone out. However, hopefully today we'll change your mind. And secondly, who knows? You could win one. So, or several. Who knows? Let's see how generous I am. So we are going to give away, let's say, some expansions to those existing HoriZEN users as well. So, so it'll all be good. Right. First of all, so apologies to the people that don't have HoriZEN, but this is just to give a brief overview of what 2.6 is. For those that do, because it's important that I kind of talk about that because it's a new update. So I'm going to go over the glossary real quickly, and then we'll dive into some sound examples and have some fun and do some giveaways. All right? How does that sound? Okay. So 2.6, what is it? Well, we've added lots of quality of life improvements in 2.6. So first thing off the gate is we've gone with a full vector interface now. So there's no graphics on here anymore. So that means that you can basically resize it based on your display. I know a lot of people have got 4K displays and all fancy like that. So you're good in that department. Simply just drag the handle at the bottom and drag up and drag down. I can't display that because it's set in the stream right now, so, but trust me, it's all good. The next thing that I want to talk about real quickly is one of my favorite things is touch velocity CC in the modulation window. So this is, to me, being a player and being a musician, for me, it's all about expression. And I'm sure that's the same with everyone else. So what this enables us to do is when you add a modifier, you can obviously add these modifiers in the central and you can drag them anywhere you want, right? So for example, this one here is set, well, this one here is currently a sine wave. And now we can add depth CC, which is, in this case, 129, which is monophonic polyphony. So that can then be assigned to something such as the pitch or the gate or the filters or whatever you want. And so basically the harder you press down on something, then it will modulate that source. So let me give you an example. Actually, what sound is this one I've got loaded? Let me solo one source right now. Okay, there we go. On this synth right now, I've already got it set to LFO2, which is this one here. So, and as you can see by this depth knob here, if I press harder, then it will modulate it. So you can obviously set the strength to something really silly if you really want to. But why would you do that unless you're playing Space Invaders? So, you know, it's up to you to set and forget, and you can then put it into the filter and you can modulate the filter by touch velocity and things like that. Now, here's the added thing. If you've got a MIDI CC controller with lots of different faders and buttons, or you've got a decent keyboard with lots of different faders and buttons, you can assign different CC values in here. So, you know, that's depending on your own hardware. So just so you know. All right. Okay, so that's that one I want to talk about. Next thing I want to quickly go over is each instrument panel now, or each tab that we have a new thing called a fixed delay knob, which basically means that you can set by samples how far the next sound will play in that sequence. So it's like you can get your own polyrhythm going. I will actually demonstrate that later on when I demonstrate some of the functions available, but it's a real cool feature. It's used quite heavily actually in the expansion that we did for the lo-fi and hip-hop one, the tape-hop one, because those sort of sounds really lend itself to that type of thing. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about, we've added a load of new effects in here. So we've now got, again, I'll be demonstrating all this later, so don't worry. I'm just giving the glossary just now, and then we'll jump into some cool stuff. So we've got a soft clipper now. We've got wavefold distortion. We've got transient manager, twin chorus, a new compressor, and a spectral TEQ. So that you can all just play with, obviously, at your heart's content. We also have a new note effects tab here with some really cool functions down here, especially looking at you, Octave Folder, which is one of my favorite things in this synth. It's just awesome. Again, I will demonstrate this later and what that exactly does. But essentially, in a nutshell, it does what it says on the tin. It gives you an octave and spreads that same octave across the whole span on the keyboard. So you can set the octave range, but it goes across the keyboard. But if you put that in one sound, then you've got a complete harmonious kind of octave that carries on playing. So it's awesome to use for the loop players, for example, you know, so it's really good for that one. We've moved a few things around, as you can probably see. The other thing while I'm here on loop is we've extended and tidied up this window. So now you can zoom in to the waveform display, and obviously you can, you know, fiddle around with things, but it's much, much bigger. And we've got a few more options down here, including random reverse as well. So it's like a ping pong now. I know lots of people ask for that. So that's now available to you. In the mods window, we have now also the, sorry, not the mods window. What am I talking about? Where am I? What was I thinking? It was actually the EQ. Sorry, what I meant to say was here in the send effects, we have our own EQ send on the send effect. So for example, here on the reverb, if it's like, you know what, I want a really bright reverb for this sound, then no problem. Click the EQ button, open the window, and then you can set the EQ just like you would anything else. But that only affects the reverb send, you see? So, which is really, really good. You know, so, and likewise, if you want it real bassy or something, or if you want to take out that, you can shape the sound, and that works for any send effect. So you can just, as long as you enable the EQ button right here. Some more things we've added are, I'm struggling to think now. Oh yes. In here, in the synth windows, so that's synth 1 through to 4, we've now got an oscillator depth control. So basically it will modulate between the first one and the second one based on its mix control. So, you know, in that sense. So that's another quality of life. We have moved a few things around. On output now, we have different effects for the output section. So we used to have saturation, but it wasn't quite gritty enough. So we've added this now. So that's a lot more powerful if you want that kind of analog sound. We've also got a soft clipper in here, transient manager, and a limiter. So these don't necessarily need to be engaged, but hey, it's fun, right? So we just want to give you this power of options. So, you know, which is a lot of fun in that sense. So, as well as a lot of other kind of under the hood stuff that we've done as well. On the 8 HDSRs, we've added an attack curve now for the attack. So if I set this, I don't know, to here, for example, if you watch this start of this curve here, see, it goes in and out. So now you can kind of have a different flavor of attack, you know, which is really, really good. So yeah, the other big thing we've done is the elephant in the room, expansions. So da-da! So here we are with expansions. So this tells you what you've got and what you don't have. And so I'm not expecting everyone to buy all the expansions all the time. These are paid for, however, but the point is we're going to be doing enough of them to hopefully please most people, if that makes sense. So we can't please 100% of people all of the time. So, but there are no rules in music. So just pick up what you need and leave what you don't, you know, it's as simple as that. So, but you'll see them here every time we do a new one. The plugin now talks to the servers, so it tells you when there's an update available and things like that. So, you know, it's really, really good. And then the other big one is if we now go into the browser here, we are now all on a tag-based browser. So you don't have to use tags if you don't want to. We have added some basic tagging as a head start. So basically what this means is if you want to search for a type of sound, then obviously you use these tags, you click on them and figure out what it is that you want, you know, so like here, Deep Horizons and Cinematic, and here are all the ones in that kind of category. However, this is a kind of a lot of people like to do this themselves. So we've added the ability to edit tags, this down here at the bottom. So you can simply edit that, type in what you want by, you know, creating a new tag. So call it, you know, Auntie's favorites or whatever. And then off you go. You can then just tag them. There's no need to resave the sound or anything. You just simply set it and forget it. So, and so that's it in that sense. So, just so you know, I'm going to quickly go over this now for people that are buying the expansions and are having issues with installing them because they don't know how. So I'm quickly going to talk about that real quickly. And that is, once you purchase the expansion from Traction Store, then you download a small XenXP file, which then you load up in HoriZEN. So once you load HoriZEN, you will go down here at the bottom, install an expansion. Simply select that file that you downloaded from the download manager, browse to that, and HoriZEN will just do the rest for you. That's it. It's really, really easy, you know. So, you know, it's all good stuff. So that is kind of the overview of 2.6. We will go through, as I said, some of those a bit later on in a bit more detail. I'm fighting my headphone cable. So, okay, now we're going to start off strong. Okay, we're going to start off strong, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do a giveaway right away. Now, the first giveaway is just for an expansion. Okay, this is the first giveaway. So, this will only work for people that already own HoriZEN. Okay, so what I need you to do, hold on 1 second. I will drag it down and hopefully everyone can see. Right, here we go. Okay, so HoriZEN owners only. Please type in free stuff in the chat. Explanation mark, free stuff. And hopefully, if I've done this right, you will be entered into the draw. Okay? I'm hoping. So this is what you need to type in, okay? Just that, explanation mark, free stuff. I'm hoping it works. I set this up just before the stream. So, you know, I know that I've got stream delay on, so I have to wait a few seconds. Here we go. Yes. Okay, so you have to type it exactly as it is here. So there we go. Good. It's working. All right, good. You know, so thank you, Lyndon, by the way, for answering the questions. I haven't been part of the chat at all because I've been talking about things. I will get back to chat eventually soon, so it's all good. Okay, if you have a HoriZEN, just type in explanation mark free stuff. Why can't I talk? Exclamation! Oh my god, I won't bother even speaking English anymore. So there you go, and then you're gonna be entered in the draw. I'll give you a few minutes to do that. So just follow this here. That's what you got to type in. Okay, just free stuff. There we go, and you'll see your name appear on screen. You do that while I get myself a glass of water, and I'll be back, and we'll get a winner. I should have got a water to start off with, but I didn't. I'm a bit naughty. Hang on 1 second. Don't laugh at my trousers. Okay, I'm back. And if you laughed at my trousers, then I'll remove you from the list. I'm just saying that. I'm looking at you, GG Studio. They're my, look, they are my winter warmers, okay? It's cold here in sunny Norfolk, so what can I say? You know? Right, so we have a lot of entries. So, okay, right, well, I'll give I don't know, 10 seconds, and then I'll roll the dice. And this one is for an expansion. So, no, David White, no giggles allowed, I'm afraid. So, just poker face, okay? When it comes to my trousers. So, you have snow. Wow, okay. Well, luckily we don't have any of that yet. So, we're doing all right so far. Okay, here we go. So, let's choose a winner. Roll the dice. Drum roll, please. There you go. Itinerant ghost. So, congratulations. So, you have won 6 months of just using the init preset. Well done. So, there we go. You know. So, is he in this? Is he in the chat? So, let me hear it from him. So it's our first winner of the day. Yes, there he is. Okay, he is there. Okay. Now I will find everyone after the fact. So, oh look, he's coming up on here as well. Isn't that nice? So I'll find everyone at the end and I'll discuss how you get your prizes and things like that. So congratulations, Ghost. That's what I call you. So, okay. All right, we'll now I will now move this out the way and we will continue with making some noise. So I need to now refresh this. Okay, there we go. That's ready for the next giveaway. It's coming up very soon. So I'll save the big giveaway towards the end, which is the full copy of HoriZEN and all 3 expansions. So that's the big one that's coming up at the end, okay? So, but through today's chat and through today's stream, we'll be giving away various expansion packs for people, so. But well done for Ghost for winning the first one. So, you can have your choice of which one you want, but we'll discuss that individually to those winners that win. Okay, now, we're going to go through a couple of noises. So, first of all, I want to just play some random presets of some expansions. So, we're going to look at Deep Horizons today. Because why not? So, Deep Horizons, what is that? Well, it's designed for cinematic game developers, atmospheric stuff, film, TV, that type of thing. It's all full of ambient soundscapes and movie effects and so on and so forth. So, if you're into that kind of scoring scenario or just want something really atmospheric or ambient, then this is the kind of the sound bank for you. So it comes with all of these, what you can see here, me scrolling down here, it comes with all these presets ready to go. And obviously then you can make your own after the fact anyway, so which is good. So yeah, let's just play a few. So this one is called Always Hope. Now, a small disclaimer, my cable, as you can kind of see all here, I've got my microphone cable on the floor, so I can't get close to my keyboard. So this is not, I'm making excuses. So apologies in advance if I'm playing any stupid stuff, okay? Because I have to be in a real awkward position. So really sorry about that. Watch me murder it now. So this is a kind of a sound that, you know, you imagine putting big strings behind it. You kind of, you know, a real good intro to a kind of a cinematic kind of, you know, sequence. It's really kind of a beautiful sound, you know. Let's just scrub to the next one real quick. Okay, Beltasia. So, oh, I'm trying to get comfortable, guys. I'm really sorry about my playing, but so this is a similar sound, but it's got a lot of after effects to it. So if you want to listen for the reverse, so you can either choose to kind of pluck it like a keyboard or kind of leave it as a sustained sound. So, are you all right there, Lyndon? Have you got things under control? Poor Lyndon is sitting there like a typing robot. So, nice one, Lyndon. So that's kind of Beltasia. Oh, big ambient lead. This is one of my favorites that is really good, and this one showcases actually what I wanted to talk to you about the touch velocity. This guy here. This one controls two things at once, which is the pitch and the filter cutoff. So, which is really nice. So it's a sound that is great for stingers, so it's not something you would probably want to play all the time, but it's such a deep sound and it's a lovely growly kind of sound. But so it's that, you know, the very ambient lead type of sound. And of course, the harder you press down, I'm pointing at the screen like you can see it, but the filter, as you can see on the filter right here, it's like controlling the filter, which is really nice. So, you know, it's a real deep, lovely sound. So I appreciate that one a lot. Okay, what we got here? Cascading. I'm just going through randomly, by the way. Cascading delays. What was this? Oh yeah, this is interesting. It's got an octave higher on the delay than normal. So, as you can hear there. So it's a bit of fun, that one. Cyberplug, let's just run with this. Don't know what this is, can't remember. Okay, it's a kind of a bit more of a futuristic kind of film sound, but that's good. Let's carry on going down. Okay, Drowner. This one I used in a film production recently. I really love this sound. Again, it's for stingers. I used it for a trailer to do some trailer music, but I think you'll understand as soon as you hear it that it's really designed for that type of thing. You know, check this out. So it's not really a musical thing, it's designed to kind of be that really sort of backbone of a track, you know, and then you can obviously put lots of symphony stuff over the top. It's such a beautiful sound for a stinger of some kind, you know, it's really good for that. Electric Happy, I think a lovely key sound. Yeah, so it's just another take on the first sound we hope, which is Always Hope. It's just a different sound in there, so you know. So there's that one, and then we'll carry on. Green Lights. It's just kind of atmospheric sound. Again, another kind of, you know, I could think of 10,000 things to use that on. That's, you know, a really nice sound. Okay, let's see if we can find some of the ambient backdrops, atmospheric stuff, because that's always interesting. So, maybe this one? Now this is, again, this highlights here the LFO modulation, the CC, which is monopolyphonic, which is CC129, by the way. So it demonstrates that well. So here I'm pressing harder. I mean, you all know what aftertouch is anyway, but it just gives you such expression, you know? So it's a really nice thing that you've got, and it just enables a lot of freedom in that sense. Okay, go through a few more. Nice bit of ice shards there. Okay, movie strings. Oh, here we go. This should be interesting. So yeah, really nice on that one. What else can we do? Piano Magic. Oh, these are really interesting. So yeah, by the way, that movie strings, I didn't demonstrate it, but it's really touch velocity sensitive as well. So you can play really soft and then really kind of, you know, filter it up. So sorry, I was just slightly crashing the mic pre's then. Okay, one thing I want to talk about this sound. Remember earlier on when I said to you about the note effects that we've got and about this octave folder? Okay, this one here really does demonstrate that well, this sound. If you can for a second, listen behind the sound, right? So let me play softly so you can hear what's going on in the background. Right, hopefully you can hear those strings, right? Now, the reason why this is so powerful and so good inside HoriZEN now, and especially because you can use your own samples, simply by dragging a sample and dropping it into this thing right here. Now, the problem with using your own samples a lot of the time is if you've got pitch tracking turned on, then you're going to play a really low note and then a really high note, and it's going to sound like Mickey Mouse, and we don't want that. So if you use the octave folder, then it limits that to 1 octave range, which is a very usable thing in most samples. But then you can overlay it with other sounds, such as in this case, I've got a piano going on and I've got other bits and pieces, but the strings are still playing the right note. It's just the same octave spread across the whole keyboard. Hopefully that is kind of explaining it well for you. So if I play up high, I'll do it very softly. Right, the string sounds are playing at that timbre, right? Then if I play really low, see, they're still going on. But the thing is, they don't go out of tune. They're always in key and in pitch, and it just works a treat. It just means that you can then use any sample that you want across the span of the keyboard without a problem. Isn't that just awesome? So, you know, it's absolutely phenomenal. So that's a really good toolbox to have. A tool to have in your toolbox, I should say. So, yeah. Right, let's get some of the atmospheric sounds popping up. Because I like stuff like that. That was weird. Hang on. If that's not a trailer sound, I don't know what is, right? So, you know, it's absolutely nuts. Okay, let's... what's this one? Time will tell. Okay, here we go. We've got an atmospheric sound now. So... these are kind of droners, you know what I mean by droners? So you kind of just sit there and you hold it down and you can create your own story. So... So there's loads of these in here, and they're great as a kind of like a backdrop for something. It's a great kind of, if you're doing trailer music or scoring of some kind, things like that. You know, you can really get inventive for stuff like that, which is awesome. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, we'll go on to another expansion in a second, but first, it's giveaway time. So, HoriZEN owners, you know what to do. By now, type in exclamation mark. Why can't I talk English? I need to learn. Here we go. Type in this in the chat for a chance to win some expansions. Please and thank you. And you'll get entered into the entry and we will choose a winner. There we go. It's working. Now, I do believe Ghost won't be able to enter this time because he's already a winner. Sorry about that, Ghost. But, you know, it's nice. I promise you guys I will be participating in chat very soon. So, because you guys have been saying some awesome stuff, and I feel I just want to give Lyndon a break, really. He's been a busy little bee. Lyndon, are you there? Are you all right, buddy? Like, literally, I can see fire from your fingertips. So, hopefully he's doing all right. Okay, type in explanation. Oh my god, why can I not talk? Exclamation. There you go. How hard is it? It's not hard at all. It's just, you know. Yeah, let's get this. Type in free stuff in the chat, just like you see here. I'll give you guys a few minutes, like we did earlier, just to make it fair. Absolutely, Ghost. Yeah, it's not fair if you kind of win everything. It'd be really embarrassing if you did as well. Just everything goes to Ghost. Whee! You know, so. Oh, David, don't even start. I tell you, it's really weird. The problem is for me, I've been at work all day, and then my brain is already fried from that, and then I'm streaming in the evening, and so, you know, my brain is dead. So that's what I'm. That's what I'm going with. Okay. Okay, type in exclamation mark free stuff in the chat, please, and then you would be entered into the draw. But this is HoriZEN owners only right now, so only do it if you don't own. Only do it if you do own HoriZEN. If you don't own HoriZEN, don't worry. There's something coming up later on. So. Mouth skies, yes please. That would be great. 2 sugars, thanks. Okay. Looks like we're at our limit. Griswold, I like it. I respect it. I promise I won't write that down. I totally didn't write that down as an idea. Bronson, yes. There you go. There you go. James, it's beer time everywhere. You know. October, yes, we have. We have worked our wonders, sprinkled some magic stuff, and everything is good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to roll the dice in 10 seconds. So good luck to one and all. That's okay, you're not in here. Oh, yes, you are. Boink. Okay. I've removed you as well. Sorry, Mouths, guys, you can enter later on when we do give away an actual HoriZEN, so it's not a problem. Stick around for that. Oh, James, that would be awesome. You know. Right. Okay, I'm rolling. Here we go. Let's see who is going to win. And my TV's going to turn off. Okay, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that name. So, M16. Ice Cree 34 M16. Congratulations. You win 3 years of only using Oscillator 1. Congratulations. And is he in the chat? Let's find out. Yes, it is you indeed. Congratulations. So you win an expansion of your choice, you know, so it's not a problem at all. So congratulations. Okay, that's the second one over with. So, right, we will move on. Okay, now, so what we'll do is we'll quickly demo the... Actually, let's go to Tape-Op because that's really interesting. Now, I just want to quick discuss about Tape-Op because Tape-Op is a quite a unique expansion. Okay, I'm going to sound like a complete nerd here, but I'm assuming that I'm in the company of lots of nerds as well, so it's all good. Right, so back in the day, we used to use tape machines to create our own loops, you know, back in the day, and that was then replaced with Akai samplers. I'm showing my age a little bit here, but hey, it is what it is. So back in those days, because it was going from analog gear that used to crush and compress and whatever, and then it was put to tape machine, which would compress it, and then to digital sampler that would make noises, and it was all noisy and glitchy and whatever, because most samples you got from records. And most people didn't have high-end needles at home, and so they had just dusty, crusty needles, and that would do. And, you know, they made itself into countless records over the decades, and that's how they're created. So, but there's such a big call for that type of artistry now, but it's a very unique business. However, most people that listen to this type of music is into kind of, you know, lo-fi music or hip hop or R&B, that type of thing that really you use that tape stuff for. But you can also use it in anything. I mean, recently I've used a lot of Tape-Op stuff in other stuff as well. You know, I did a rock record a couple of weeks ago, and I used some Tape-Op stuff in there. It was fine. It was completely fine for a lead sound. And so there are no rules. There really, really isn't any rules. But these are just that kind of typical, you know, taken off the shelf from the old sample library days and kind of made into something kind of cool. You know what I mean? So it's really good. Scott, I do appreciate you very much. Thank you very, very much for a nice comment. So let's just go through a few, and I'll give you an example about what this pack is all about. So it is really dusty and crusty, and also give me a chance to explain this fixed delay thing that I was talking about. You see, there's a nice segue into that moment. So it's really kind of old sounds, you know. The sound isn't perfect. It's high pass and low pass. It's got a wobble to it. It's got a little bit of grain. It's got, you know, a little bit of noise thrown in. You know, as you can kind of, I don't know if you can audibly hear that, but it is what it is. So let me talk about this pitch delay right here. Sorry, fixed delay. And why is this really useful? So let me just solo this and this sound right now. Okay. Right, now, bearing in mind, when you use the fixed delay, it's always best to use it after you've recorded your part, because otherwise it feels like you've got loads of lag, you know. So if I play this sound right now, it doesn't sound like much because I'm just soloing that one sound, but you put that, I'll tell you what, let me crank this sound so you can hear it a bit better, right? So now if I play, and you can hear that, the second dotted note, that's the fixed delay. Right, and it just adds that thing. Now, if you do that for all of them at different times and pitches, you get a kind of a polyrhythm thing going on. And then you run that through an ARP. Oh boy. It is chaos, but it is a whole lot of fun. So yeah, you can use the fixed delay at any point. You know, it goes up to 500 milliseconds, so not too long. But you can create some really unique effects with that, and for this type of pack, for these type of sounds, it is just awesome, and it just works so well, you know. So, you know, it's just awesome. So, you know, I mean, this is, come on, I mean, this is like retro right there, and you get the sound of the needle even, and the wobble from the records, you know? So it's just, you know, it is what it is. I mean, they're not as dynamic as like the cinema stuff or like a keyboard is, because they're not meant to be, you know, they're designed to be put into a kind of a modern mix and a modern record. So you can use those to kind of how you want, you know what I mean? So, yeah, typical 808, really. So there's a lot of angels behind that one. Again, we were using the, I do believe, on this one, which is a voice high. And again, I use the note effects again to kind of contain that all in one thing. So you got a kind of a nice backdrop to everything, you know, so which is kind of really nice. A little bit of an arp going on as well, some noise. And then we got some... Oh, we got some lovely backing vocals on this one. Yeah, sorry if it's crashing slightly. But, you know, it's, yeah, that's a beautiful sound on that one. A real long delayed backward sound. Right here, actually, in the background of this, we have Tape Up Reels, which is my tape machine. Oh, you can't see it from here. I rewound my tape machine, and basically that's the sound. I just sampled it. So you've got the sound of a tape machine that's actually physically going in the background as well. So, you know, which is nice. Some more kind of vintage bells stuff. So put that in a hip hop record, you'll be laughing straight away, you know. So this is using quite a lot of things actually. It's using cascading delays and reverse delays and reverse, and using, oh, by the way, while I'm here, I want to talk about this. So to each expansion pack, there is its own loop samples as well that you can play with. So it doesn't just come with presets, it comes with its own samples that you can use within the samplers. And then it comes with its own samples that you can use within loop players. So, for example, this pack, the tape op, it comes with some, you know, lots of different things that to do with vintage, like 60 hertz, crackle sounds, hissing, you know, old radio sounds, tape op reels, so on and so forth. So you can kind of put those into anything. Once you buy the expansion, you're not limited to using anything just for that one expansion. You can use it for everything, you know. So as I say, if you're into lo-fi and any modern kind of production, then this is a real good pack for you to kind of get towards, because there's so much in here that is so deep that it expands far beyond this video, you know. So it is really powerful, trust me. Lo-fi stuff is fun. It's not for everybody, of course. I understand that, but you know, it's, as I said, there are no rules, and that's what I'm sticking to, you know. So Janny, to answer your question, it is, yes, it's very light. So put it this way, coming up in a video that I'm doing behind the scenes, I actually run a project where I use 62 HoriZENs. So all in full swing, you know, with the effects all turned on, everything booming, and I'm at what, 40% CPU, so it's not a problem at all. You know, it really isn't. It's quite a light footprint. Again, thank Lyndon for that. That's nothing to do with me, but he's the brains. I'm just the sound monkey. So he he's obviously done some wizardry. So yeah. So it's very healthy in that sense. Right. Let us quickly go over to 84 all year. What is 84 all year? Okay, now this is our homage and paying our respects to 1980s keyboards. So I'm sure we've all wanted like the Junos out there and the Matrixes and, you know, the Oberheims and whatever it is that you want, right? So, well, now you can have them. For the record, a lot of these presets were based on my real Juno and my real Matrix synths, which are over there in the live room, which you can't see because I had to move my camera today. If my camera was back where it was yesterday, you would see them in my live room right now. But the camera's at a different angle. So, so I basically took those, created my own presets on those, and kind of replicated them in HoriZEN, and HoriZEN did them so incredibly well that even on a blind test you wouldn't even know. It even fooled me. So, you know, these are to do with synthwave stuff or retrowave, anything kind of 80s-ish, but let's stick with synthwave and retrowave for now because that's what they're kind of designed for. So if that's your flavor, then obviously this is a kind of a pack for you. But, you know, these are all, a lot of these you'll find are all based on the CC modifiers. So, you know. So very, very much a, you know, 80s sound. So we've got a lot of kind of stuff in here. What else? Casio. Okay, a little fun sound for you. Yeah, a little bit of fun, you know, and why not? Quite a dynamic sound. I like that a lot. Cutie. Okay, that's crashing my mic apologies. It's actually because it's going through my hardware stuff right now and I can't change it at the moment because I've got a big session on at the moment during the day, so I can't reroute my studio. So some sounds just kind of hit my channel too hard. Apologies about that. So I'll just turn it down a bit. DX7. I wonder where that's from. All your 80s needs and keyboards. Oh, my bad. So we've got all the kind of the normal stuff that we've got, you know, in terms of vintage kind of keyboard sounds. We've got lots of kind of synthy kind of sounds that you would have, you know, in most things actually. So there's lots of kind of up stuff here. You know, obviously some classic basses. Sorry for the crash. There we go. I can't even reach that far right now because I have to pivot my chair because all my cables and everything's on the floor. So I'm really sorry about my playing today. That's just my excuse, okay? So I'm literally twisting my whole torso. It's like I'm an Olympian right now, you know? It doesn't look like on the camera, but I'm really sitting strange, okay? You know, I'm not a Lego man, you know? You know what I mean? That's what I need. So, you know, it's kind of strange. Really nice kind of, I mean, that was from a Matrix, but yeah, it's a really nice sort of lead sound. And from my Mini Moog. It's really nice. And, oh, this is a string pad, a synth pad of some kind. Yeah, so you kind of get the idea here of where we're going with these expansions. So they're all designed for that one expansion in mind. So, you know, so it means that we can pick and choose to what we want to do, and we've got a whole list of lots of them lined up. So we'll be getting those done, and they'll be added to the roster. And likewise, you'll see them inside here at some point. As I said, and you can go and browse and whatever and what you've got to do, you know. So and so that's that. I will go into some of the standard HoriZEN stuff without the expansion shortly as well, for those that do not own HoriZEN just yet. I don't want to just exclude these people. So actually, I tell you what, let's have a giveaway, and then I'll talk to you about HoriZEN itself, for those that don't own it. So here we go again, another expansion to give away. This time, type in, well, you know what to type in by now. You don't need reminding. I'm going to drag it down here. Oh, someone's already even put themselves in the chat already. So how about that? So you know what to do. Exclamation mark, free stuff right here. Let me hear it. This is for HoriZEN owners only, again, because this is another expansion. So, and let's get this on the road. While I'm waiting for everyone to enter, I am going to read up on some of the comments, because some of them were interested that I was reading earlier on. Okay. Okay, well, Lyndon's already answering everything anyway, so it's just like, whatever. So, you know. Yeah. Nice comments. You guys are awesome. Yeah, while I'm waiting for everyone to enter the giveaway, I want to just reiterate again what we was talking about earlier about the CPU limit on HoriZEN. There's a project that I'm trying to work on, although I'm not really a YouTuber so much. So I'm trying to figure it out in my own time, and that's I paid a homage to Jean-Michel Jarre, and so we've got a Jarre track that we did using HoriZEN only, and I think I used something like on that one I think I used like 30 or 40 HoriZENs on there, and I'm gonna basically publish that video and give everyone the stems so they can play with it themselves or give the session away or whatever. So it'd be quite interesting. Okay, everyone, there's a lot of entries on this one. Sergi M, thank you very much. Do appreciate you. Thank you for the subscription. Okay, now we got a lot of entries. Oh, there's still more. Still more. Hey, look, SL, thank you very much. So do appreciate everyone for subscribing today. I honestly, we really do appreciate it. It just helps us to help you, Okay, I think that's everyone. Right. Now, obviously the 2 winners so far can't enter, unfortunately, but they will be able to enter the other ones later on. So, Allergo, thank you so much. All right. Is that it? All right, I'll give you 10 seconds. If not, you'll have to enter the next one. Okay, I'm getting loads of subscriptions now. Oliver. Appreciate you. Actually, I appreciate everyone. I should have just read them out all at once. And Sam Serious, hello. Thank you so much. We're getting a subscription train. Hey, we can't argue at that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, not congratulations. Good luck to everybody. This is for an expansion of your choice for HoriZEN. So, good luck. Here we go. What are you going to win? Mick has winner. Congratulations. You win 7 days of no volume control. Okay? So, that's what you win. So, congratulations to Mick. So, you win an expansion of your choice. So that's 3 expansions we've given away. But because there's a lot of people, I might give away a few more as well. What do you think, Lyndon? Should we be generous today? We can give 2 more away, I think. So we'll do that in a little while. Yeah, well done, Mick. Well deserved. You worked hard for that one. Oh, dear. Okay. I will reset this. And then it'll be ready for next time. Right. Now, sorry to all the current HoriZEN owners, but this is for the people that don't have HoriZEN. I want to talk about just the small fundamentals real quick of HoriZEN, because I think it's important, because a lot of people get confused over when they see our synth what it actually is. Okay, so our synth is a hybrid synth between a rompler, a sampler, and a loop player. It does have VA. It does have samples, and it has user-controlled samples as well within loops. So our synth is divided into different categories based on what you would like to use it for. So we have, as you can see at the top bar, we have 4 sampler engines, we have 4 synth engines, which I'll get to in a second, and then we have 2 loop players. So many people come to look at HoriZEN and think, oh, it's only got, you know, if someone takes a screenshot of the synth, for example, they think, oh, it's only got, you know, virtual analog and a wavetable and that's it. You know, I can't see anything else. But obviously these up here are all independent, and obviously it contains one sound at the end. So if you want to use every single sound, synth and loop, all at once, then knock yourself out, you can do. So it's not a problem at all. The good thing is with our synth is that we've designed it in such a way whereby everything in that channel is independent as well. So what do I mean by that? Well, let me say, for example, sampler 1, okay? You can create or add your sample to that. You've got its own, you know, envelopes. You've got your own gate system, your own pitch system, your own unison. You've got, obviously, your own mods that you can drag around. You've got your own filters, filter envelopes, and most importantly, your own EQ per each channel. Okay, so you can literally sculpt and be creative as you want on here. Plus, it has 4 effect sends per each single one that you use. Okay, now they are independent. So obviously a lot of other synths, they kind of share things. We don't. We've decided that no, you know what, we want full control on sound design. So we have done it like this to give everyone the flexibility that they want. Now, what I'm going to say next is divided into 2 sections of people. There's the people that want to just turn up, click on the preset and play it. They don't care about the rest, and that's okay too. You can just sit here and just use it as a player if you so wish. That's okay. There's nothing to be ashamed about that. But there are the other type of person that likes to sit and tweak and create. And now this synth does that in spades, because you can literally, especially if you're in the expansions, by the way, because you can now obviously have the best of not just the original samples that come with HoriZEN, but you can now take those from the existing sample packs that we have as well. So you've got more tools to your arsenal, let's say. So at the end of the day, you can come in, create what you want, adjust all the settings independently. That's just one sound. Okay, add your effects that you want. Again, still on one sound, you know, and you can get that tailored for you. You can add your modulation sources. You can set your envelopes, do whatever you want. And then when you're happy, you can then start adding another sound and then another sound. And you think, you know what, I want something else. So let's put a synth on top. And now I want a loop, or I want a noise, or I've got this really cool sample of an explosive that is blowing up rabbits or whatever, I don't know. And then, you know, you can drag that in to here, easy as that really. You know, you simply just grab something and you put it in, you know, and that's it. Then you can edit it, do what you want to do. You can tune it here using the root note. And then that becomes a sound. And then you can add your sends effects. You can tweak the EQ on it. Add unison to this. You can, you know, the list goes on, right? And so you can appreciate the power that HoriZEN has right off the get-go. Our vision between myself and Lyndon right from the get-go was, look, if we're going to do this, we're going to go big or go home. So, and as you can see, we went big, you know, and we were very ambitious in our task, but we managed to do it. Between the two of us, it's been a lot of hard work, but we've achieved what we wanted to do, and it's been the most amazing synth for us to use and to work with. So, and obviously we share that with you, and hopefully everyone else is as excited as we are, you know, so it's a great thing. The synth itself, if you are just a player, and again, that's totally fine, it comes with, I think at this point, 400 presets by default. but with the expansions, obviously, if you have all three, then I think you get like 600-700 or so. It's still a lot, but we're going for quality. We don't go for fillers, you know, like a lot of other synths do. So we decided that I'd rather have 400 completely usable sounds that are literally ready to go in your productions right now than to sit there and you have to play through 50 sounds before you get to one that is even usable, you know? And so, because you're a musician, you need to make these choices for yourself. You know, we don't want to make crazy decisions with silly vibrato LFOs going all over the place just so we can demonstrate what our synth can do. I'd rather us subtly put that in the presets that we use to take advantage of the power that we have available to us, that we can then demonstrate to you in a subtle way that makes you go, ooh, that's cool. That's what we're about. You know, we're not into frilly singing and dancing things. So, you know, so it is what it is. So you get a load of presets with it and everything like that. So that is just generally HoriZEN in a nutshell. Again, I'm not going to go too deep into this one right now, but let's just bring up, I don't know, some atmospheric sounds. Right, now, these are, you know, loads of kind of crazy stuff. These are most kind of drone stuff and bits and pieces, so... Let me bring this down so you can kind of see what's happening. And most of these are being changed to 2.6, so a lot of them have got modulation and CC modifiers, or you know, or whatever it is that we wanted to add to the preset. So we kind of went through everything, you know, as we did it, you know. Well, that breathing in the background is freaking me out. Let's move on. You know. So these are just drones. So they're the backbone and the backdrop for something, you know. You then add a nice bass arp over the top. You add, you know, some cascading strings, some bell-like layers, some timpani drums, you know, a hi-hat loop of some kind. You've got yourself already a movie scene, you know. So, you know. But they're not playable like a pad, are they? Just kind of drones. You know, they're really nice in that sense. What else we got in the default stuff? Let's go with some of these. Okay, so we've got a lovely kind of thing here going on. So, inspired by Hans Zimmer, the Duck, which is my favourite composer, thanks to the film Gladiator. So that's where we got the idea for sampling a Duck. So, which is I'd never really heard of before that film, to be honest with you. And as soon as I heard that film and his soundtrack, I just fell in love with that sound, and just the nerdy sampler in myself just had to have one. So I bought one and sampled it. So It's yeah, it's quite incredible. So let's listen to some other bits and pieces. So these are just some pad type of sounds. So the thing is, which actually I'll get to a better sound so that I can demonstrate something that I think where our synth really shines that a lot of people know about. So I'll try and find one because I don't know off the top of my head because I've done it on so many. Okay, actually here we go. Here's one for example, right? So, I'm quite not. This doesn't appeal to everybody, but there's a counter argument to this, and there's also a counter something in our synth to avoid this happening anyway. If you're not that type of player, but I am typically most composers are very dynamic players because the way we play and enhance things, there needs to be dynamics to something, right? So if you're creating a score into a sequence that requires you to be subdued and then lots of energy after the fact, you need to have that and the keys need to respond to that. So, for example, on this sound, it's designed in a way that if you press really quietly, you get a different set of sounds, okay? So this isn't just me just holding it down normally, right? And then if I press harder, a different sound will appear. So now we've got full strings in the background, right? So, you know. So that's soft, normal. And then all of a sudden, if we want strings, you know, then you kind of get the whole scenario where that's going from, you know. So obviously you can counter this just for those, you know, people that don't have that. If your keyboard itself can't change the velocity modifiers that are on your keyboard, then don't worry, we've got you on that. I just need to remember where it is. So, oh, here it is. So we've got velocity depth right here. So you can just simply just turn that off. If that's not your type of thing, then it will be much softer and it will be easier to control. So not everyone's dynamic. That's just the way I like to be, and that's the way I've trained because I was originally a pianist millions of years ago. So you kind of get trapped into that mode, you know? So yeah, it is what it is. So let's just go through a few more, you know, because we can. Oh, big glider. This is one of my favorite sounds, although I'm going to turn this down because I don't want to crash my analog gear. So so big sounding, and the glide that glides you up, you know. It's just, it just presses all my buttons. It really does, you know. Behind the voices is a similar thing, but it's very vocal-like. So if you listen to the background of something, you know, very Floydish indeed, it is, yes. So this one's kind of similar in that sense. It's just a normal pad sounding. It's just a bit more musical. So yeah, they're just showing off the kind of the glide systems that we've got in this synth, you know. Let's play with. I'll tell you what. We're going to the textures and drones next, then we'll go on to something else. So textures and drones are a little bit different to the atmospheric stuff. Some of these are playable textures, so it's a drone, but it's also got tonal stacks in there that can be used for like a pad or a normal backdrop as well. So, you know, and some of them are just so messed up that, you know, you want to turn the lights on after you play it. So like this one, I think, Piano Reaper. Yeah, so very kind of horror-esque, obviously. So, you know, this is nice. I love that. I love the dark stuff sometimes. You know, it's so good. It really is. And Dune. So again, all these are filled with lots of different elements. So the harder you press, the different sound that you'll have. Sometimes you'll hear something, sometimes you won't. You can actually tell the story, you know, of what you want. So and you back off the keys again and you get something different. So, you know, that's just a multitude of using lots of different things all together, you know, and enabling things to do that. So sometimes on the lower octaves of the keyboard, you know, you'll have a type of sound, but that sound won't be present in the top end. So you've got left and right hand control. So this is where the story element comes into a lot of my sounds that I create within HoriZEN. I like to imagine myself how I would use that sound and in what context. So if a sound doesn't have substance, it doesn't get added. You know, it has to be validated. You see what I mean? And a lot of sounds that, including myself, I've done before that don't really serve a purpose. And so it's like, okay, what's the point, right? It's like, I like to be inspired by something. And if something can tell a story in some kind of way, then it makes that really interesting for you to kind of use that to create the dialogue and the narrative for your sound. You know, so I think that's how I kind of roll as a sound designer and as a musician in general. So they're my rules that I abide by for myself. You know, if something's interesting, run with it. If it's not, then why do I have to then spend loads of times making it interesting when I'd rather go with something that's interesting to start with, you know? So, and again, the power of HoriZEN enables us to do all these things because we've got so many modulation options that all interfere with one another, and it's just amazing in that sense. Right, it is giveaway time. Here we go again. You know what to do. Let's give away another expansion. Actually, on this one, we're going to give away 2 expansions to two different winners. So Add this to the chat, please. Yep, you've got it. Exclamation mark, free stuff. October, yes, there is wavetables. Sorry, I didn't go through that before. Actually, I meant to. While people are typing free stuff in the chat, let me quickly show you. So in the synth, right, here's the thing, right? This gets me really excited every time I talk about this, okay? Now, remember when I said to you, that we are 10 voices, okay? Technically, that's not true. Because our synths are dual oscillator. So realistically, synth 1 through to 4 is actually synth 4 times 2, obviously. So because you can have dual just by using the mix knob. So you can have right here, you can have triangle and square or whatever, and you know, saw and whatever, detune it slightly, add a load of unison, detune, off you go, you know. So Jenny, this is for an expansion pack for HoriZEN owners. Then after this, in a little while, we'll do the big giveaway, which is HoriZEN plus all 3 expansions. So which is the main prize. So yeah. So anyway, going back to the synth stuff. So each one of the synths are dual oscillator based, although you can run it singly if you wish. Then if you don't want virtual analog stuff, you can switch over to wavetable. There are wavetables here already, and there's plenty of them. We can't yet add your own, but there is a little bit of a hack for that you can do in the loop player instead. So if you really want to add your own wavetables, just drag them to the loop player and it works just fine. So just FYI. And just to demonstrate that real quick, if you go to the 84 all year, all of these are wavetables that I took from my real synths. So, and they work just fine for the 90% of the time, you know? So yeah, so there they are. So you can just have some fun with that. Okay. Okay, we've got a lot of people in. So, are we all in? I will give everyone one more minute, I think. Exclamation mark, free stuff in the chat for a chance to win. Now I'm going to do this twice. Okay, guys, I'm going to do this twice. So, it's going to roll around once. I'm going to announce the winner, and then we'll do it the second time. And then a little after that, we'll do the final one, which is the main prize. Okay, I think we've got everybody. So, good luck to everybody. Roll the drums and let's see what you've won. Here we go. Blade Runner. Congratulations. You have won 8 years of maximum vibrato sound. So there you go. Congratulations to Blade Runner. So there we go. Hopefully he's here. So, yes, there he is. Okay. He's all good. Congratulations. You know. Happy days, happy days. Okay, so, before we do the big giveaway, Mick, I'll explain that in a little while, okay? To all the winners. Okay. Now, before we do the big giveaway, I want to just simply talk to you guys, you know, because you guys have been amazing so far. And Lyndon's obviously been doing all the work, chatting to you guys, and I've just been yapping here about our synth. So I want to just, if you got any questions you'd like to ask or anything like that, then I'm now available to talk to you about anything that you want. So Mentor, you don't need to do anything just yet. I'll explain what you got to do next in a little while, okay? And then we'll be good going forwards. I'm just looking at the comments. Okay. By the way, I just want to point out that our synth is not necessarily geared to one specific genre of music. Okay? It can do EDM and it can do, you know, pop music, obviously, and things like that. It's just generally when demoing sounds, those sort of things, high-end lead sounds and things aren't really good to demonstrate unless they're in context with music, because those musics are so, those kind of sounds are heavily processed and they sound often awkward by themselves. So it's the reason why most synths and stuff don't really do that unless they've got a track to play them with. So, but again, my whole intentions are to kind of do all these things. Once I figure out things and how to edit things correctly and things, then I want to do more videos on little hot topics of HoriZEN. So, you know, to give you guys obviously a all head start and things like that. You know. Mentity, thank you very much for the subscription. By the way, that's a good point. If you haven't subscribed already, shame on you. Then that's obviously no excuses. And, you know, if you haven't subscribed, then you'll have 2 years of Happy Cat keyboard lessons. You know, so please hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. There, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just copying everyone else. So it is what it is. So there we go. Right, chat. Let's go. Griswold, yes, there is an easy way to favorite patches and loops. Simply, if you go into your patch, I don't know, if you like this one, for example, June, see at the bottom down here, it says add to favorite. Simply click that. Then, if you use the tag favorites, then there it is. It will always be there for you. So you can just scroll through the presets at will, willy-nilly. If you like a whole load, just simply click that and it will do it for you. Blade Runner, you won an expansion pack for HoriZEN. You have, well, okay, hang on. There was a... Okay, motion status. So anything on filters. What would you like to know about filters? We have plenty of filters inbound, although I do hear some chatter, although I am not going to confirm or deny, but we may be adding some extra ones in an update near you. So yeah. Can you make a playlist with sound creation for each individual possibility? Jaren M, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Mundo, yes, absolutely. I mean, I can do a stream where I show people how to create sounds and things like that. That's not a problem. I can do that next time. It's quite a fundamental part of our synth, so I think it's very important to do that. So, you know, not a problem at all. A Griswold, it's easy as 1, 2, 3, right? So you have the browser here, so you can simply, you know, do what you want. If you want all available stuff, which there's tons of stuff in here that are just files, you simply add it. That's it, right? Then you go to a new patch, just add the same sound again, do whatever you want to do. If you want to add, hold on, let me click here. If you want to add your own bank of samples, simply you can click the plus button here, okay, and you can add your own folder to where WAV files are stored. So, and it will import them into HoriZEN for you, and you'll be good. You know, I'm just catching up stuff. Sorry, guys. Okay, motion status, you're a filter junkie. Me too. Filters are important, you know. Blade Runner, I will explain everything at the end, so don't worry. Yes, I'm now just literally copying what Lyndon is saying. So I promise I got my own voice. I really have, you know. All right. Good stuff. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Oh, look at that. I've just broken my mic stand. So, hold on. Well, that's not good. So, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'll fix that later then. Clearly. It's time for us to do the big giveaway. So, this is the big one. Now, in this one, we're going to give away a copy of HoriZEN plus all 3 expansions to that one lucky winner. So, yeah, this is the big one. Griswold, thank you so much. Although we were awarded as Best Virtual Synthesizer of the Year in the Plugin Boutique Awards. Unfortunately, we didn't win, however, but we were up against very big competitors, so we knew that we wouldn't. But, you know, hey, it was lovely and honourable to be nominated in the first place. So, you know, I think that's a really good thing. So, let me bring up my giveaway page. Right, okay, now I'm going to have to reset this, so if you've already done free stuff, don't do it yet, you'll have to do it again. So I'm going to reset all entries. Okay, let's go. Type in free stuff. This is for the big grand prize. So that's 1 HoriZEN and 3 expansion packs. You get the whole lot. So you get everything. So, so good luck to everybody. Exclamation mark, free stuff in the chat. That would be amazing. So let's go. Good luck to everybody. Yeah, Ghost, it was a shame that we didn't win. I mean, it was the Plugin Boutique Awards. They didn't really make as much song and dance about it as they'd done in the previous years, which is a little bit disappointing for us because obviously we wanted exposure. And stuff like that. So the problem is when our problem is when we sit on such a powerful synth that we've got, it's trying to get it out there. And you know, unfortunately, marketing budgets are very expensive. So you need very, very deep pockets. So you only need to do it once, DL, but you know, you already added. Yeah, DL, you only need to do it once. Please don't spam. So, Okay, we've got pretty much, I think, the whole entire chat in here right now. 32 entries. So, yeah, obviously, if you've already got HoriZEN plus all the expansions, then obviously our thanks are, you know, to you already. This is your first real exposure event. Scott, that would be great. You know, so, you know, it's honestly, we really do. And I'm very open to listen to anyone's creations because, hey, look, we're all musicians here. Otherwise, we're all here, all of us, you know. Music is the only language that I really understand. And so it's great that you guys are finding this synth so good because it means everything to us. It really does. And that's why I'm saying if you can like the video, guys, because that's really important because it gives us exposure as well. And we've had an amazing turnout today and, you know, I can't thank everyone enough. Okay, so we have 36 entries out of 44 right now. I hope we get nominated again, Ghost. But the problem is it's getting exposure to the right people, you see. So, you know, it's very difficult being a small developer as we are. You know, so we can't just throw it out there like we can, and you know, it's really difficult. But you know, with the power of our community, we can make things work. That's the way I see it. So, okay, 38 entries. I will give you another couple more minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, to win a HoriZEN and all 3 expansions, the main prize. Let me just adjust this. Okay. All good. Okay, 39 out of 44. So, and time is running out. I'm looking here at the names. Okay. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay. I wish everybody the best of luck. Once this is done, I'll explain of how to claim the prizes. All right, we're going in 10 seconds. One lucky winner. Lyndon, do you want to enter the giveaway? You never know. I could give you a copy of HoriZEN, Lyndon. Okay. So it's all good. Here we go. And the winner is Free Will Burning. Congratulations! You've won 2 years of playing the keyboards upside down. So let's congratulate Free Will Burning in the chat, please, ladies and gentlemen. He's won the main prize. Absolutely well done. So congrats. So it's so he wins a full copy of HoriZEN plus all 3 expansions. So there we go. So absolutely well done to all the other winners as well. Now I'm going to tell you how to claim it. Okay, there's 2 ways of doing it. I have got it all. Everything is logged here anyway. So after the stream has ended, the winners need to just type in winner in the chat after. Sorry, not the chat, on the comment section below. I can contact you via that, and I will send you a DM. if you've got your email address attached to your YouTube, I can contact you that way. If you do not, then you need to go to thesynthfactory.com and send me an email using the contact form from there. Okay, but you can only send a comment on this stream after the stream is ended. Okay, so obviously I know who the winners are, so because that's logged, and so I'll just find you anyway. So if you can just type in winner, that will do, and then just so it can highlight. Okay, so no, you don't need to do it in chat here, Blade Runner. Just do that after the stream is ended. You know, YouTube comments, just type it in after that. And then I will look you up, and what will happen is well, you'll get an email from me, basically, and I'll say hello and tell you what you need to do after that. Okay, and the winners of the expansion pack can have a choice between Deep Horizons, which is the cinematic, Tape Op, which is the tape looping kind of expansion pack, or the 84 all year expansion. So you can have your choice between which one you'd like. So that will be good on that. Now, if you are a winner and you happen to already own all 3 expansions, then first of all, a massive thumbs up from myself and Lyndon, obviously, and we love you very much. But secondly, we'll give you a voucher to use on the next expansion. So whatever happens, you'll be happy. So, you know, and we'll go from there. Now, a few things to finalize before we close off. My next stream, by listening to people in the chat today, they want to see how to create sounds, which is fair, completely fair. So if you want to see another stream of where I can go through that with you, please make sure that you subscribe so that you will be notified for when I go live next time. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't control the emails coming from Traction. We have to schedule that in with them. And they kind of do that with most giveaway stuff. So just a regular stream, they wouldn't do that. So just, it's important, if you do want to learn from us and to obviously help and support us, then please hit that subscribe button right now, and likewise with the little bell icon as well, and we'll be very much appreciated with that. So all I will do now is to thank everybody for showing up today. Honestly, it means a lot. There's been a lot of people sticking around. Thanks very much to Lyndon, who has been obviously been busy like a beaver. So massively appreciated to him. And thanks to obviously everyone who has supported us this far. Honestly, we love you so much. Absolutely. And so we really do want to see ourselves grow and bring you new cool things every single time. So for those that are sitting on the fence, HoriZEN is on sale at the moment on Traction for another, I think, 10 days, I think. So you can get it, I think, 30% off, likewise with the expansions. So go right ahead and go over there now and have some fun. So I wish everyone a very happy and pleasant evening. I will be off. I have been Andy from the Synth Factory. Do take care, and I will see you next time. Congratulations to all the winners. Very much deserved.